Hello students, welcome to Aksharda Public School Vijaypura online learning platform. This video is for grade 6 English. This is Prose 2, the turning point, and we shall discuss plot development for this particular chapter. What are learning outcomes of this video? You will be able to organize information and events of a story in a logical manner, and we will also know events which relate to each other in a pattern or a sequence of this story. Before going further, we need to understand what is plot development. Plot development means writers ensure that written content should be enjoyable to read. This is a plot on your screen, the structure or organization of events that make up a fictional story, in which number 1 is exposition, beginning of the story that introduces conflict, character, setting. Number 2 is rising action, events before the climax, characters attempt to solve the problem but fails. Number 3 is climax, the turning point, the point of greatest suspense or action. Number 4 is filing action, action events that occur after the climax. And the last one, number 5, is resolution, which is end of the story where the conflicts or problems are solved. Now let us see the sequence of plot development, in which number 1 is characters, second is places, then comes introduction, the beginning, then how the story builds up, then we come across problem, next is climax, then we go through important parts, resolution or conclusion, finally the end. Okay students, we shall move to characters and place of this particular chapter. And this story starts in a place called Rameshwaram, which is situated in southern part of India. And Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a lead character in this chapter, with Siva Subramania Iyer, who is teacher to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when he was young. And the teaching taught by Siva Subramania Iyer was on geese. Before moving forward, I would like to share a quote from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It says, "You have to dream before your dreams can come true." Next is introduction, students. The story starts with young Kalam remember his important day of his life. In the class where Sri Siva Subramania Iyer was teaching principles of bird's flight. In this particular class, Kalam got his vision of life, and all students used to love his class. Next is Boulder. One day he was teaching about bird's flight, and the class was about 25 minutes. He lectured students on several aspects like lift, drag, and how birds fly information. The problem that arises is at the end of the class, teacher wanted to know whether students understood, but young Kalam dared to say no. Similarly, when teacher asked again to everyone, many other students also said no, that they had not understood the concepts. So what was the solution? Teacher found solution, and teacher took all students to seashore that particular evening. Whole class was on beach. There students observed marvelous formation of geese in sky. They were looking at flapping of wings to generate lift, combination of tail and wings position in clouds. It was live class from Sri Shiva Subramanya Iyer. So what was the resolution at the end? After the class at seashore, students clearly understood the dynamics of bird's flight with practical example of it in front of their eyes. Teacher gave lessons in theory as well as in practice. And young Kalam thought himself this is real teaching and learning. In the climax, things we need to remember. Memory of Kalam's teacher always encouraged him to ask questions and observe real-life examples closely to understand and comprehend real-life teachings. A small teaching at seashore proved to be a turning point of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. These are important points. Some more takeaway from this chapter would be the advice and the lesson of the flight of birds really gave young Kalam mission for his life. He went to college and took up physics, then went to study engineering at Madras Institute of Technology. There he took up aeronautical engineering. And he became a rocket engineer, an aerospace engineer, and a technologist. I have a small exercise for you students. Share a short story of your role model and then create a plot development video of your story similar to this video. Share it with your teacher. Okay, thank you students.